From station WDWL TV, broadcasting from Studio A, located on Grumpy Old Man Road. And the station is located on Grumpy Vulture Boulevard, if you give a shit. And now, it's the Grumpy Old Man. Oh, me. And, the Grumpy Vulture Show. Take your bow. Oh, look at you. Oh, look at that nice graceful bow. Oh, and look, your lava lamp is lava-ing. Oh, look at that. It's lava-ing. It's because he turned it on 2 hours ago. And, as you can see, we are broadcasting with the MXL Patriot microphone. Yes, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Too bad you really can't make out the gold bands here. Yes, it's got gold. It's the only microphone with gold bands. Even the Blizzard. Well, the Blizzard got to be cold, so it's got silver. But 2 gold bands, the nice flag, the blue topping. Absolutely stunning. I don't know if I'm going to... I think I'm just going to make this a special occasion mic. I'm testing it tonight to do a sound check. Also, this one, it has 2 switches. One to actually minus the audio, and then this one over here gives you either front or dual. Yes, it's the only MXL that's got that double adjustment. If I switch this down, it removes 10 dBs from broadcasting. Actually, the reason for this switch is you don't have to go to the soundboard if you want to cut the mic down. But when I tried it, it actually cut it down too low. So, we're going to leave it right like that. But, I love this mic. And it's I found out a super limited edition. So, we're only going to use it for special occasions. Tomorrow we'll be back to the Blizzard. Yeah. Love that Blizzard. So far, no Blaze. No Blaze. I don't know. Maybe he didn't buy one. Although I don't know if they're going through the laundry room today. They got more than one area to go through the house. Yeah, my buddy's wife is kind of downsizing. I think she's going to turn his studio into a woman cave. Actually, I think she said a craft room. Oh, I can just see the look on my buddy's face. A craft room. My studio, although it don't look like a studio anymore. His son took a lot of the memorabilia stuff. His nephew took a lot of the other microphones and the microphone stands and the equipment. I don't know what he's going to use it for. Because I don't think he has a YouTube channel, but it's all going to good use. That's the one good thing. Nothing's going to like Goodwill. Oh, that would insult the hell out of him to turn his stuff over to Goodwill. Everybody that is taking the equipment is basically promising they're going to put it to good use. I would have liked to had his mixer, but I know his son had his eye on it. Oh, it was a beautiful mixer. Another Behringer, but was it classy. Of course, that's all basically what he bought. High-end stuff. Plus, I don't need a 16-channel mixer. You know, I got enough here with 8 channels, let alone to double it. But yeah, he had a 16-channel mixer and never plugged more than one microphone into it. But it caught his eye. Like I told you, whatever caught his eye, he bought. And I know this never was tested because it was wrapped in the factory wrapper. I really kind of hated to unwrap it, but I wanted to try it out. Although I know what MXL microphones sound like, but this is the only one that's got the 2 adjustments on it. It's almost like a blue microphone. Because the blue mics, they have a volume adjustment, and then they have, like I told you, they have 4 heads inside. This one's got 2. One front, one back. Blue microphone, the Blue Yetis have 4. So you can either get a front, a back, both front and back, or 360. They're amazing microphones. I should use one, but they're all USB. Those are Studio B microphones. Oh, I made a pun. USB B studio microphones, yeah. The USB go over to B. Okay, smack me later, I know. Crummy pun. But, the bread war is no longer a war. Well, it was almost. I made a call. I couldn't get a hold of Kevin. So I got Owen, who just basically blew a lot of smoke up my ass. Tell me, oh, well, yeah, we didn't get any Jewish rye bread from the bakery. What the fuck you telling me? The bakery didn't send you any Jewish rye? Are you trying to tell me they didn't bake any? He said, oh, no, well, they baked it. They just didn't send us our order. Oh, so this was the only store out of all the West Side stores that didn't get Jewish rye? I says, Owen, you're trying to bullshit a bullshitter. It ain't going to work. He says, well, yeah, that's about all I can tell you. I says, okay, thank you. Then I called Pittsburgh. And boy, did I get results. When the girl answered, I said, I have a problem obtaining bread at my local store. She says, oh, hold on. She says, I need to transfer you to the VP of marketing. I'm sitting in a chair going, the VP of marketing in one phone call? God, I should have asked for the CEO. Well, the VP of marketing, Mr. Phillips, what a wonderful person. Oh, he said, explain your story here. So I told him what's been going on for the last 5 months. I says, I'm having a bread war. And I said, yesterday, when the store didn't have any Jewish rye, I was told the bakery didn't send them their order. The VP went, what? I said, well, that's what I was told. He says, who did you talk to? I said, well, today I talked to Owen. But I've also been dealing with Kevin and Roger and George and Andy. I said, I'm going from the bottom of the line to the top of the line. I get the route manager, then I get, the order manager at the factory in Strongsville, and then I get, the district manager and the regional manager. And everybody gives me their word. They make their promises. And then they blow smoke up my ass. He says, well, I'll tell you what. Give me your number. And I'm going to make a couple of phone calls and give me an hour or so. I said, well, that'll work. I says, I have an appointment. I says, the appointment's at 1 o'clock. I should be done 1:45. I'll be home by 2. He says, all right, I'll call you after 2. I said, okay. So I went up. I took care of my appointment. I had to do my annual HEAP, the heating program, so I can get my big discount on natural gas. Get my big credit. Also, to find out if there's, this is bullshit nowadays. Back in the day, when I had my first house, for gas, you called East Ohio Gas. That was it. There was no other gas supplier. East Ohio Gas. Then it turned into East Ohio Dominion. Then it turned into Dominion. Now it's Enbridge. Places had more names than China's got rice. But you call the gas company. Hello, I would like gas service. What's your address? You give them the address. They get all your information. You got gas. At one time in Cleveland, we did have a choice. You had either the illuminating company or you had Cleveland Public Power, which was, it started out supposedly coming from the power plant in Cleveland. Then it ended up, the power plant was buying electricity from Canada. Oh, jeez. Yeah. So you can make a choice. But I had heard that Cleveland Public Power really sucked because they had a lot of brownouts and power outages, and so I went with the illuminating company. The two big choices, the gas company was a no-brainer. It was East Ohio Gas. The illuminating company or Cleveland Public Power. I took the illuminating company. Not today. If you called, they tell you, well, you have to pick a supplier. Say what? Yeah, today you have to pick your electricity and your gas supplier. They don't pick them for you. And going down the charts is like reading a Chinese jigsaw puzzle. You got to check. Okay, this one is either for 6 months or 12 months. Fixed rate or variable. If you sign with them, if you leave early, do you have to pay a penalty? Oh, Jesus. That's why I went and got help. Because 2 years ago, did I fuck it up? Oh, jeez. I didn't pay attention to this one company. It was a variable rate. Well, for the first couple of months, I was at like $2.19 per million cubic foot of gas. Then when the winter hit, it went to like $5.90. I was like, holy yutcha-fuck. So I don't pick them myself anymore. I go to the pros. I go to the local ward office. And they go through the chart. They show me, okay, this one, maybe this one, maybe this one. So tomorrow, we did find one that's cheaper. It's 30 cents per million cubic foot cheaper than what I'm paying now. I'm paying $3.39. This one is $3.09. But I have to find out when my contract expires. And if it's within a couple of months, because it's with the same supplier, this Waveless or something energy, I have to ask them, if I sign and renew with you, will you give me the lower rate? And if not, see ya. Yeah, all the bargaining you gotta do. It is a pain in the ass. And you have to do this every time your contract expires. So basically every year, you gotta search through the goddamn suppliers and pick a cheaper electric company and a cheaper gas company. So, after screwing myself up royally, I don't do it myself anymore. I go to the pro. We sat down, we did the paperwork, done. So now all I got to do is wait to see how much my heap is going to be, how much my credit to my gas, because I got a pretty good credit last year. We'll see if they're that generous this year. Oh, that credit is nice because you don't have to pay a bill. The bill comes in, they deduct it from the credit. The sad thing is watching the credit decrease and decrease, knowing sooner or later you're gonna be paying up the ass. And then she suggested, call and see how much budget billing will be. Now, I've been on budget billing before. And every time I go on budget billing, I get it stuck in my ass come May of every year. Because in May is that adjustment time. Now, very rarely do you have a credit where you have paid more on your budget. They don't want that credit. No. Most of the time, your budget wasn't high enough. And in order to renew your gas service, you have to pay this adjustment. Well, I'll tell you what. I got screwed one year. That little adjustment, $246. Needless to say, I told the girl, I don't think I want to be on budget anymore. I'll just pay the bill. Yeah, that little adjustment. Even when they used to do the commercials on TV to get you to go to budget billing. And come every May, you may have a little adjustment fee to pay. Yeah. $246 ain't a little adjustment. And they won't give it. No such thing as a payment plan. No, they want that money in 30 days. I says to the girl, hey, I'm retired on unsociable security. You think I can just pull that money out of my ass? She said, well, sir, you didn't have to be so dramatic. I said, well, where do you think I'm going to get the money from? It don't grow on a tree. I can't go out and pick a couple of 50s and a couple of 100s off the goddamn tree. I said there's a few things I would have to go without in order to pay that in one 30-day hit. Like food. I need to eat. Where do you think that money's going to come out of? My pocket. So then she goes, well, let me check with my stupid advisor. And then she come back on and goes, well, we can agree to split it in 3 payments plus whatever your bill is. I said, well, 3 payments is better than 1 hit. And the bill better not be expensive. Although luckily May, June, July, you barely use any gas. But yeah, they wanted that money at 1 hit. It was amazing when I started to argue with her how it was like, oh, let me check with my stupid advisor and see if we can work something out for you, sir. No, she didn't suggest that right off the bat. She made me fucking grovel. I think she just wanted to hear me fucking beg. So, the budget billing is out. I don't care what they say. Hopefully, I get a decent credit, because last year it really helped out. Although, we didn't have a nasty winter. But see, you can't bank on that. And that's what the gas company banks on. Oh, let's be in the sub-zero temperatures for, 60 days straight. People have to crank them furnaces. I told the girl, I said, I'd rather burn my furniture than hand you all that money. Then she was like, well, it's your furniture. Speaking of, did I screw up today? A friend of mine had a really nice little dresser. I've never seen one like this before. It has like a step in it. It's got, the whole dresser was only like maybe 24 inches, maybe 30 inches wide at the most. And it had a row of drawers here with a little top. And then it had like an extra 2 drawers over on this side. It was the neatest dresser. And she told me, after your appointment, if you want it, come pick it up. I'm giving you first chance. Well, dumbass Grumpy forgot. And when I called her, she went, well, you didn't show up. I didn't think you wanted it. I was like, oh, jeez. But it was cool. I would have liked to have it. I don't know where I'd have put it, but I would have liked to have it. It was the only thing I didn't like about it. It was blonde. I hate blonde furniture. It looks like it's unpainted. That was the only drawback. Otherwise, she only had it a couple of years. She's one of these, like my buddy. If something catches her eye, like this dresser, she bought it. And she uses it for a couple of years and goes, I don't like it after all. And then she gets rid of it. But brainless, no memory Grumpy, I should have put a note on my steering wheel. Pick up dresser. Oh well, I guess I didn't need it that bad. I was thinking of like using it for a side table or a side stand next to my bed. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, nah. So I don't know where I'd have put it. Maybe it's best somebody else got it. But it was neat. I've never seen one like that with a little step in it. 2 extra drawers on this side. A nice top and another top. Most dressers I've ever seen are straight across. And it was only like, had to be like 30 inches. 24 would have been too tiny. But it was like brand new. Oh well, it wasn't mine to have after all. But it was cool. Except for being blonde. Oh, she got this thing for blonde for everything in her house. She's got end tables and coffee table in her living room, blonde. Dresser and chest of drawers in her bedroom and nightstands, blonde. Her dining room set, blonde. I was like, oh, jeez. You go in her house, you get blinded when the sun is bouncing off this shit. That was the only drawback to that dresser. I don't like blonde furniture. Or what do they call it? The natural finish. I like good old, walnut, cherry, dark wood. Not blonde. Or natural finish. Maple. That's what I think it was, maple. I can't remember where she bought it from. She paid good money for it. But that's the way she is. Oh, I really didn't like that dresser after all. If you want it, you can have it. I was like, oh, okay. And then she informed me, if you don't want it, I have 3 or 4 people that, in line behind you. Then I tell her, don't worry, I'll be there. Yep. When I didn't show, she called the next person. Come get it. The grumpy asshole ain't coming for it. And then I said to her, why didn't you call me? Well, you told me you were going to be here. But like I say, evidently it wasn't in the cards. Grumpy really didn't need it, which I really didn't. I don't know where I'd put it. I don't know what I would used it for. If anything, it would have just got filled with junk. So hopefully whoever got it makes good use of it. Did I finish the bread story? No. Oh, jeez. The main story of the night. You see how I get sidetracked. I'm talking about bread, then I'm talking about gas and electric, and then dressers. Okay, back to the bread, like they say on TV. So, after speaking to the VP of marketing, I get a return phone call. And he says to me, your bread situation has been handled. I said, really? I guess I got the right guy. He said, well, since you and I seem to talk in plain English, let me just say, I ripped some new assholes today. I said, whoa. Did a little reaming job, huh? He said, oh, yes. On a conference call. Holy yatchafuck. Nothing like getting your asshole reamed with all your buddies at the same time. So you can't make no excuses, I guess. Yeah. He got everybody. The route manager, the manager at the factory, the loading manager, the order manager, whatever the hell he is, the district manager, the regional manager, all on one phone call. And the bread problem got solved. Yeah. From now on, twice a week, there will be a loaf of bread with my name on it. Oh. Yes. Reserved for the grumpy old man. And it will be at the service desk. Oh. And they will call me. Your bread's here. I'll be right there. Yeah. He said, even if, for some reason, that store doesn't get their bread from the factory, somewhere, somehow, there will be a loaf of Jewish rye with Grumpy's name on it. And then he said, I'm going to give you my cell phone number, just in case there happens to be a screw-up later on down the line. Because he says it seems that every now and then there's a screw-up somewhere. So, yeah, I can see the guy loading the truck going, gee, store 27 doesn't have any Jewish rye. Oh, fuck, we need one for the grumpy old man. I'll steal it from store 24. There we go. Grumpy old man's private loaf. Yeah. So I'm guaranteed bread now. The only thing is, if I haven't used up the first loaf, I can't say no to the second one. It's like, your bread is here. Come get it, asshole. Yeah, I tend to think there's a lot of people pissed off at me. Matter of fact, I made the joke to the VP. I said, gee, I guess it pays to bitch. He said, yes, it does. And I wish more people would. He said, we sit here and we do a quarterly study. Why business is dropping off. And this is the reason for it. People get pissed off and they buy something else. The competition. He said, we don't want our customers going to the competition. We would rather hear from them. I said, well, you heard from me. Oh. So, you people that are out there going, Grumpy, you're an asshole for bitching about so much, like a loaf of bread. It's the principle. It's not the loaf of bread. It's that I was given people's word. Back in the day, a man's word was golden. Not today. People give you their word. We handled the problem. And the problem didn't get handled. And they figure you'll just fucking go away. And that's probably 99% of the people. They just say, screw it, I'll buy something else, or the competitor might have something close. And it's not just bread, it's anything today. And then Corporations, like I said to him, I said, then corporations wonder why they don't have customer loyalty anymore. Well, you have to be loyal to the customer for the customer to be loyal to you. And I said, here's, 4 guys that gave me their word the problem was handled, and it wasn't. They were blowing smoke up my ass. And I'm the wrong guy to do it to. Because I'm just, a crabby son of a bitch that don't take no for an answer. People don't stand up for their rights anymore today. Matter of fact, when I told the girl that was doing my paperwork, she was like, over a loaf of bread? I said, it's not the bread, it's the principle. I said, 4 guys gave me their word that this problem was handled. And I said it was. For like 3 weeks. And then, so much for their study to see, how many loaves were sold versus how many loaves got taken back for the day-old store. It's the principle. And people, you got to stand up for your principles like that. When someone gives you a word, you're supposed to trust them? Well, I did. And what did it get me? Because people's word ain't worth shit today. Not like back in the day. Like my grandfather. His word was gold. If he said, I'm going to get you such and such and it'll be here on Thursday, it was there. Because that customer needed it. Not today. Like you say, their attitude is, if you don't buy our product, there's 5 or 10 people standing behind you that will. So we lose you. Who gives a fuck? Well, lose 10,000 customers, it kind of hits your bottom line, doesn't it? But do you bother to look into it? Years ago, manufacturers used to do surveys. They would have people in stores. Like Campbell's Soup was a big one. There'd be a lady standing there with a clipboard. You go up to buy a can of soup. Can I ask you a few questions? Yeah. How often do you buy Campbell's Soup? It's the only soup I buy. Only soup he buys. What are your reasons for buying Campbell's Soup? I like the flavor. I like the price. Likes flavor, likes price. Is there something that you dislike? Well, your competitor has, cream of kumquat, and you don't. Customer likes cream of kumquat. Okay, sir. Thank you for taking our survey. Oh, by the way, here's a coupon for 50 cents off your next can. Yeah, they used to do it all the time. Today, I haven't seen anybody do a survey in years. But back in the day, they would have somebody standing there asking about your preferences for their product or what you didn't like. They made notes. And then they rewarded you with a coupon. Yeah. That was how companies judged what sold, what didn't sell, what people liked, what they didn't like. And if they had like 1,000 people that thought, cream of banana soup had too much salt in it, they looked at the manufacturing process. I haven't seen a person doing a survey in a store in eons. I'll say probably the late 90s. I don't know why they gave up. Although I know, every corporation's looking some way to tighten their belt a little bit. Oh, we don't need that survey person, that's a wasted salary. We'll just let her go. And then they do away with the survey person. And then they wonder why. They lose business. I actually used to look forward to the survey people. Because you could give them an honest answer. And you knew it went back to the company. Customer likes price, likes, flavor. Doesn't like this soup because it's got, too much salt or not spicy enough. And if they had enough people that complained about a certain thing, they adjusted it at the plant. They looked into their recipes. Not today. They don't care, I guess. And coupons. Try finding a coupon. They've done away with them. Oh, back in the day, on Sunday, there would be a whole multi-page thing of coupons. People would cut their coupons out, make their shopping list. Okay, I got to get this because I got a coupon. Of course, it used to piss everybody off because as they were getting wrung out, a woman had come out with 5,000 coupons. Here we go. Then the cashier would have to blip them one at a time. Blip, 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 blip. And you'd be like, Jesus Christ. I got 2 items. I'm never going to get out of the store. You don't see coupons anymore. Nope. And very rarely do you see the old BOGO, buy one, get one. Every store is tightening their belt and getting fucking cheap. Let's just screw the customer out of every penny that they got. And the manufacturers. Yeah, you young kids, gargle it. Coupons. People used to have a shitload of, jeez. But yeah, on Sunday you get a multi-page ad of coupons. Not anymore. See, they don't want to give you no money off. They just want to grab you by the ass, grab you by your fucking wallet and squeeze it. It ain't killing them to give you 10 or 15 or 20 cents off. Not no more. Greed. And lack of integrity. Yeah. Those 4 guys, in my eyes, no longer have any integrity. None. Because they had the nerve to blow smoke up my ass, and the problem didn't get solved. But see, nobody cares about integrity anymore. Screw the customer. I'm getting my paycheck. If you didn't get a few paychecks, you'd be wondering, gee, what's wrong with them customers? They're not buying our product. See, I've discovered there are very few people like me that have brand loyalty, that have to have certain items in their household. Some people, oh, look at this. El Crapomatic mayonnaise. It's on sale. I'll buy it. And that's what it tastes like. El Crapo. Yes, I told you yesterday. I'm a real asshole when it comes to what I want in my house. I'm paying for it. I can demand what I want in my own house. I don't want generic mayonnaise. I don't want generic mustard. I don't want generic ketchup. I know, I'm an asshole. I'll admit it. I had more arguments with wives. Plural, multiple. Grumpy ain't gonna go into that. But I would say, you making out a grocery list? Yes. Okay. I don't see Hellman's mayonnaise on the list there. Oh, well, Crapo mayonnaise is on sale. Then buy yourself Crapo mayonnaise and get me Hellman's. Well, we don't need two mayonnaises in the house. Well, then we get Hellman's, period. We get French's mustard. We get Heinz ketchup. We get Heinz dill relish. Take Vlasic off the list. I don't eat that shit. Oh yeah, she used to hate it when I used to peruse the grocery list. What's this? Oh, no. No. I don't care if you think it tastes like butter. Butter. Right from the cow. None of this. It tastes like butter. To me, it still tastes like grease. Take it off the list. I always wondered why I didn't get smacked. Poof. Yeah. I'm a condiment asshole. Same thing. Like chili sauce. I don't care if Heinz is more expensive. I want Heinz chili sauce. I want Ken's blue cheese dressing. I'm paying for it. Yeah, sometimes the items are more expensive. Oh, God. Fucking Hellman's mayonnaise, almost $7 a goddamn jar. Jesus Christ. But I'll pay it. I cry when I take that jar off the shelf. Oh, God. Ugh. Then I stare at it, when I get it home. Do I really want to open the lid? Because when I open the lid, I'll use it. And then I'll have to go back and get another $7 jar. But eventually, the Hellman's goes in the basket. And the Heinz ketchup. And the French's mustard. Oh, I could probably save a shitload of money if I bought that generic crap. Generic crap ain't nothing but a bunch of watered down shit. Take a look. If you don't believe me, get a can of #1 green beans, a brand like Del Monte, and then get generic and pour them in a bowl and take a look at the Del Monte green beans versus the generic. I had a can of generics friend gave me. Goddamn stems were in the can, hanging off the end of the green bean. And ends. You don't get ends with Del Monte. They trim that end off. No, this had ends with pieces of stems. Because it's all the rejected green beans. They ship them out to some generic packer and they say, here. And there's more water in the can. You don't believe me? Do a side-by-side test. I did. Take a look at the quality of the green bean in the, like Del Monte, any front runner, and then get a generic, a store can. Pour them in a bowl, drain them into a cup, and then take a look at how much water is in Del Monte versus generic, and then look at the beans. First of all, the Del Montes, oh, they're nice color green. These are over here like, oh, geez. And then, like I say, stems. And not just one. Because they don't give a shit. Pack the can and ship it. Do it. Do it for me. Get a can of front runner green beans and then get a can of shitty generics and pour them in a bowl and then get a measuring cup and drain the liquid from the front runner green beans versus the generics, and then look at the beans. You get what you pay for. A bunch of shit. They're grade B, C, and D beans. They were rejected by the main manufacturers. Don't take my word for it. Do it. It ain't going to cost you that much for 2 cans of green beans. And I'm using green beans for the example is because I eat a lot of green beans. Do it. And it's the same thing with anything. Pineapple. Anything. Take a front runner and then take a generic. And look what you get. And then tell Grumpy he was right. Like I say, don't believe me. Do the test yourself. And then come back and tell me I'm right. Because I am. You think you're saving money with generics. You're not, because you're getting a bunch. Same thing with generic laundry detergent. It's got more water in it. Take Tide and pour it in a cup. And take generic and pour it in a cup. And look at the thickness on look at the difference. The generic has got more water in it. You think your laundry's going to get cleaner? No, because you got to use twice as much of the shit. Do it. Check it out for yourself. And then tell me if I'm right or wrong. Like I say, you don't have to believe everything I say. But do the test yourself. Do it with green beans. And you'll come back and tell me, Grumpy, you're fucking right. Man, there was a bunch of shit in that can. And if you're not paying attention, you're eating them green beans and you're chomping on a stem going, Jesus Christ. And the beans don't have as much flavor. Now, I know people with a family, they got to stretch their dollar. But take a look at what you're feeding yourself and your kids. And then you'll come back and say, gee, Grumpy, you were right about that shit. Just because I'm, old and bitchy doesn't mean I don't pay attention to product. I know, you're all sitting there going, oh my God, what an asshole. Hey, it's your opinion. You're not hurting my feelings. But do the test yourself. Then come back and tell me if I'm right or wrong. Oh, I'm saving money with generics and store brands. No, you're not. You're getting a bunch of crap in a can. Do it with anything. Do it with canned carrots. The front runner will have nice, orange carrots in the can. The generic will have a bunch of crappy faded ones that weren't ripe enough or overripe. It's all the rejected shit. You think they're going to throw it away? No, they'll sell it to the highest bidder and it'll end up at Walmart. Great value. Yeah, it's a great value, all right. For Walmart. They want you to buy all that generic crap. Boy, we were all over the map today. We started out with the patriotic microphone. Then we went to bread. Then we went to gas and electric bills. Then we went to generic crap. Gee. Well, at least you get an education here. Multiple topics in one stream. And with that, I think the Patriot is going to go back in the box. As much as I really enjoy it, I like the Blizzard better. That blue light, that cool microphone. I'm still got my fingers crossed for a blaze, though. I'm praying there's a blaze in my future. And I hope he didn't buy that crummy, what they call the midnight edition or something, that dark purple and black, ugly microphone. Oh, if my buddy comes over with one of them, I'm going to be like, oh, geez. I think I'd sell that one on eBay. Yeah, that one's hideous. I really don't want that one, the midnight edition or whatever they call it. I want a blaze to go along with my Blizzard and my Patriot. and my orange one and my red one. And where'd my white one? Oh, yeah, I put it away for a while. I gotta figure out why it's got that goofy buzz in it. You don't hear it, but I do. It's got a low hum in it, and I don't know what's wrong with that microphone. I thought it was the plug, but I even put a new. It's the only MXL that takes a 9-volt battery. I don't understand that one either. I'll stick with these. The 990s are proven. Or over in Studio B, the Blue Yetis, yeah. I like them Blue Yetis. My buddy liked them too. He had a shitload of them. He had one in every color. I took the white one and, no, I bought the white one. I took a silver one and, I think I got 2 silver ones. One's got a black screen on it and one's got a silver screen. But he had Blue Yetis in every color. I didn't need that many Blue Yeti microphones. But they're wonderful microphones. For a USB, they're top of the line, I think. I'll go out on a limb and say Blue Yeti mics for USB are top of the line because they make a multitude, like the little tikis. Those were cute. They make a microphone for every purpose. The tikis are made for, small laptops and tablets. Then you got the Raspberry, which looks like a miniature version of a old studio broadcast desk mic. Not knocking MXL, but MXLs are, most of them they make are the XLR plug. They do make some USBs. Evidently my buddy didn't care for them because so far we haven't come across any MXLs in USB style. Maybe. You never know what's hidden in the laundry room or the MXL storeroom, secret storeroom. And with that, I think I will call it a stream. Because you guys are tired of hearing me bitch. I know it. I can see people go, oh, jeez, give it up already. Oh, my tablet says bass boost has stopped. I didn't even have bass boost turned on. Technology. My tablet talking back to me now. Bass boost has stopped. Okay. And with that, I will chat with you tomorrow. And I'll say there's a 99.9% chance you will see the blizzard unless a blaze shows up. But, talk to you tomorrow. See you, bye. Do we have to do a take 2? See you, bye. I think I need a new mouse. Oh, technology.